Okay, so today we are diving into one of the wildest, most chaotic, and honestly, one of the most hilarious French texts I have ever read. It's a story that starts out with this huge, grand ambition. It wants to tell us about the beginning of the entire universe. But as you're about to see, that plan just completely and utterly falls apart, almost from the very first word. So it all kicks off with this incredibly grand, almost biblical sounding promise. The narrator is speaking right to us, the readers, setting this very formal, very serious stage. I mean, you can feel the ambition here, right? He's about to drop some classic epic creation myth on us. Or so he thinks. And just like that, boom, the chaos begins. A totally different voice just crashes the party, and it's the narrator's roommate. With this one completely absurd line, the entire serious tone of the story just shatters. And this isn't just some random interruption, you know? This is basically a declaration of war on the story itself. So this crazy interruption kicks off the first part of our stories. Well, let's call it a deconstruction, an interrupted beginning. This is where we get to see the narrator's heroic but totally failed attempts to even get his story started. And you can see just how fast this whole thing goes off the rails. The narrator tries a classic opening. The Earth had just appeared, and his roommate immediately invents a creature to eat it. The narrator tries to bring in the god of gods, and the roommate just accuses him of singing. Every single attempt at creating something literary is met with this immediate, nonsensical destruction. So right here, the narrator tries a totally different tactic. It's this classic meta move. He realizes he can't control his roommate, so he tries to control us, the readers, instead. He breaks that fourth wall, apologizes for the mess, and gives us reading instructions. He's literally losing the battle in his own room, so he's trying to win it inside our heads. And pretty quickly, this whole thing escalates into an all-out battle for the narrative. These interruptions aren't just playful anymore. No, this has become a direct fight for authorship, a struggle for who even gets to decide what this story is going to be about. You can just feel the narrator's desperation here, right? He resorts to a physical solution, Scotch tape, to try and silence this other voice. But naturally, in this completely bonkers world, the normal laws of physics just don't apply. The roommate breaks free, and the chaos just keeps on going. And this is another one of those brilliant little meta tricks. The narrator tells us he's censored a fight by turning the text white. So he's not just telling a story anymore. He's telling us about the struggle to tell the story. He's making us totally aware of this chaotic battle for control that's happening just off the page. Just when you think it cannot possibly get any weirder, it does. And that brings us to this absolutely pivotal moment, the arrival of the pig. A brand new character is about to walk on stage, and this character isn't just going to interrupt the story, it's gonna steal it. I mean, this is the ultimate power move, isn't it? The roommate, having proven he can't be silenced, proposes a whole new narrator. Not himself, but his pig. This isn't just about derailing the story anymore. This is about replacing the original storyteller with the most ridiculous alternative you could possibly imagine. And so, the pig speaks. The narrator, apparently defeated, just lets it happen. We, the readers, are just presented with this line of pure gibberish. The grand, eloquent plan for a creation myth has been completely replaced by this. So what on earth could that mean? Well, of course, the roommate is happy to translate for us. And the pig's creation myth is this dark, twisted parody of the whole classic formula. Forget about wind, water, and fire. The new building blocks of this universe are intimidation, bad words, violence, and pigs. And that casual little cool right at the end, oh, it's just the perfect nihilistic cherry on top. So let's just break this down for a second. Look at the two competing universes we have here. On one side, you've got the narrator's traditional, orderly world built on the classical elements. And on the other, you have the pig's universe, which is literally founded on chaos and aggression. The whole battle for the story now has two competing versions of reality itself. At this point, the original story is just, it's gone. It's a distant memory. And that brings us to the final phase of this hostile takeover, the saga of the Pig King. The story is no longer about the creation of the universe. It's now the epic tale being told by the pig. And this is it, the narrator's last stand. He makes one final desperate plea for his original story, his magnificent book. And where is it? The agent admits he ate it. The actual physical book has been literally consumed by the agent of chaos. That final casual nope is the roommate's ultimate victory lap. So that's it. The narrator is out, his book has been digested, and the pig takes over for good. Another gloriously unintelligible line of text appears, signaling that the narrative takeover is absolute. And the translation really just hammers it home. This isn't an accident, it's a conscious act. The pig, through the roommate, is declaring victory. The battle resumes, it says, but this time there's no one left to fight. It's the pig's turn now. So, what is this grand epic saga that the pig has for us? Is it about light and darkness, heavens and earth? Nope. It begins with the revenge of the mole. The story has officially pivoted from the creation of the cosmos to a bitter fight between a tyrannical pig and a very, very angry mole. Okay, you have to follow this plot because it is just wild. First, the Pig King shows up and establishes dominance in, well, the most vulgar way possible. Then he becomes master of the universe and kills everybody. But in Underdog Rises, the mole gets totally jacked and fights back. But just as our hero mole is about to win, the Pig King is saved by a literal poop miracle, a divine intervention of the most absurd kind, which explodes and kills the mole. It's an entire epic saga fueled by pure, unadulterated nonsense. So the mole's defeat paves the way for the pig's final act of creation, his new world order, which leads us to our final chapter and its big question: a world of pigs? And this is the punchline to the entire pig saga. The victorious Pig King doesn't just rule the world, he remakes it entirely in his own image. This is key. The total victory of the pig's story is reflected in the complete transformation of reality itself. It's now literally a world of pigs. But it's not quite over yet. In a perfect little bookend, the whole story doesn't end on that epic note. It ends exactly as it began, with a completely random, chaotic interruption from the roommate. It's a final reminder that this entire new reality was born from and is still governed by pure, unfiltered chaos. And then we get this absolutely incredible final thought. After all of that madness, we're left with this idea: maybe this pig-centric, poop-fueled universe is actually an improvement. It's just this hilarious, cynical, and frankly, bizarre moral to a completely insane story. Which all brings us back to this one big question. In a story this messy, who's the real author? Is it the original narrator who had the grand idea? Is it the roommate who completely sabotaged it? Is it the pig who, well, grunted out the new content? Or maybe it's us, the readers, who have to try and piece this beautiful mess together. It's just a brilliant look at how fragile and how funny storytelling can actually be.